Hi there, this is Lynette, creator of Her Invitation and coach and mentor to female entrepreneurs. I thought I would just shoot you a quick video because I have had a coaching session with one of my team today, and a really interesting perspective came out of it, and I shared with them something that I did a while ago now when I was feeling a bit stuck in my business and didn't really know what to do next, and I'd been working really hard and nothing was working. And you know, when you work for yourself, you keep yourself busy, you do all the things that you think you should be doing. Sometimes they just don't work and you don't get any traction, and it can be a very lonely place to be for female entrepreneurs especially. So this is what I did and what I shared with my girls this morning. I pretended that this was not my company. I pretended that I was in a paid role and I had taken over somebody else's job, and I put a completely new spin on the job and the role, my role within that company as a result. So what I did one Friday is I virtually emptied my office. I got rid of old papers, old files, I decluttered, I cleaned. What else did I do? Deleted files off my emails and whole folders off of my document drives and whole swathes of stuff that I didn't need anymore and I had just been hanging around me. So much so that when I walked into my office and I pretended that I had just got this new job and this was the title and that I had a task to do and I knew what I needed to do, I'd been given a role. When I walked into my office on Monday morning, it actually looked like nobody lived there. I got a real shock because I'd had Saturday and Sunday away from the office, and when I walked in it was so clean and so tidy and so empty, I actually wondered what I'd actually done. When I sat down at the desk, I thought, right, okay, so I work for this company, it's called Her Invitation. We remind women how powerful and influential they are, I know that. So what has my previous person left me in order to do my job? Well, I've got a Facebook following, I've got these 2 workshops, I've got all the tools to go with those workshops. I have got a LinkedIn profile they very kindly left me with some contacts on there. What would I do if this was a completely new job for me and I'd never heard of the company? Well, I would have a look at the product. I'd go through their handouts with a fine-tooth comb. I'd go through the PowerPoints. I would look at who their current connections are and whether I think I can make those relationships stronger and more integrated. I would look at specifically what would be my target for the next 6 months. Who has this company worked with before that I could talk to and interview about their experiences? How would I make my mark on this company? Do you see what I mean? By looking at it in a completely different way, by thinking this is not mine, this is somebody else's that I have been gifted. I have walked into a fantastic new role. I really want to impress my boss. It gave me a completely different edge. I did things differently. I spoke to different people. I had more courage all of a sudden in picking up the phone and making conversation with people I hadn't spoken to before. And actually, I discovered that I had a new path to walk, and I made new contacts, and I earned more money, and I got different contracts in different areas that I wouldn't have done before. So that all happened because I cleaned up my office. I decided what would happen if this was somebody else's job that I had walked into. How would I stamp my personality on it, and what would I do? So that was my story to my mentees today. So I thought I'd share that with you because I think there's some value in there. It really worked for me. They were very excited by the prospect of doing that, and it might work for you. So I'll leave that with you today. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a brilliant time. Bye.